Hey everybody, it's David, MSOM 600, week 2 in the books. It appears that most of you were able to successfully navigate the CSU online library. That's going to be, as I mentioned several times already, the centerpiece for your research. So was pleased to see the 10 sources that you were able to find. The one thing I want to make sure that you do in the grade book, make sure that you look under the feedback section and you will see a copy of your submission with my comments down the right-hand margins. And most of the comments on this one will just be on the cover page. I give you some key things to look at going forward. And the main thing is these 10 should not be your exclusive 10. As you go forward, make sure that you continue to do research and make sure that you continue to add to that list of quality peer-reviewed sources. Week 3 begins, and this is the toughest week, if history plays out the same way, for most students in writing, and it is because this is the week of APA. And APA is a formatting method that is used to show your citations in the body of your text. This is where you give credit to the thoughts that you're using from other people. And so that's the citation component. And the reference component is the final page, which is a separate page in your paper that gives more detail on the sources that you've used. And all of this information you find at the CSU online library, but the format of it is very, very particular. And so I want to make sure that you don't skimp on looking at the content this week. This is really, really important. You have some key reading here. So we're into week 3. I'm going to go down to week 3 and look at the read and study component. You'll see that there are some textbook readings this week. There are also several links to outside sources. The two in particular that I want to make sure that you look at will be the video on APA citations. And this is from the University of Louisville. They do such a great job on this that I didn't want to redo it myself because I couldn't do it any better. And so they have a video here on citations that I want to make sure that you watch, and a video here on references that I want you to watch. I've also placed here some supplemental links to the CSU online library, to the APA style website. Purdue OWL is also a very good source for APA formatting. And then down here is a common reference guide. Let me give you a tip here. If you're going to be using academic or professional peer-reviewed journals, if you can figure out and if you can get in your mind how to format those ones in particular, it's going to handle probably 75 to 80% of all your formatting for citations and all your formatting for references. And so make sure that you look at and watch all of this information in here. This is really important, again, because I want to make sure that you have a good foundation going forward, which is why this is all you're really doing this week. You're doing this as well as the journals. And then in week 4 is when we start writing. So hopefully you can see the method to my madness here. I'm trying to provide a firm foundation for you in APA as well as research before you actually start writing. So make sure that in Read and Study this week that you look at and use all this information. All right? So if we go down to do this week, you'll have your journal where you're going to be chatting with me about any challenges or any helps that you need. So make sure that we take full advantage of that, because that's what it's there for. And then here for the short answer this week, this is going to be, I'm going to give you information on citations and references, and you're going to go out and actually format them for me using this short answer template. So let's start up here. I want to make sure that you're clear on this. For citations, I want you to use this sentence. Just copy paste it, and then I've given you 5 different situations here for you to actually cite. So what you'll do is you don't rewrite this sentence, okay? So use this sentence exactly as it is presented, and then provide the citation for each one of these 5 at the end of this. So you'll have non-traditional adult students are impacted by different challenges and that traditional students do not face. And then you'll put the citation at the end based upon the information for each one of these. So you're going to have this rewritten 5 times, and you're going to have 5 different citations at the end based upon the information that I've provided here, okay? So if you have any questions about that, make sure that you reach out to me. Too often I have students rewriting this sentence and then putting the citation in the body, and they do according to, and that's not what I want you to do. I want you to use this sentence exactly and place the citation at the end for each one of these 5 situations, okay? And then the reference piece, you're going to have 5 references. And by the way, these references are the 5 most common that you're going to see in research writing. So what I've done is I've given you the information here, and I want you to format the reference for each one of these 5 based upon the principles that you're learning and that you've watched on the read and study section for this week, okay? And so when you're finished with this, you're going to have 5 different references that are formatted like you would on the reference page based upon the information that you've seen. And you can make sure that you use this short answer template, okay? So again, the same thing on the references. If you have any questions about that, make sure that you reach out and talk to me about it, okay? Again, this is going to be the most challenging week because APA is an exact science. It's not you get close and that counts. This has to be exact. So you format journal entries with one author the same way on all of these, okay? If you have a journal with multiple authors, then you have to use the APA rules that you're going to be learning about up here in the read and study. All right? Hopefully this is helpful, and I look forward to chatting with you via the journal this week. And then, again, if you have any other issues, make sure that you reach out and chat with me, okay? Take care.